How you doing? And thanks for tuning in to the What the Hell podcast. This podcast is dedicated to those things that drive you nuts and annoy you, and just make you say, "What the hell?" Come on in. Let's get this thing started. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh man, what the hell?
Holy shit, it's time for another episode of What the Hell, video episode number 2. That's right, I'm talking to you, all my What the Hellions out there. Here we are, me and TJ, for your entertainment. Say hello to the people, TJ.
I am distinguished man with many books.
Yes, you are. And you have read exactly none of them.
I got about like 2 or 3 under my belt in the last couple of years.
Just there's books anymore. You don't got a Kindle. What the hell?
Yeah,
Hey,
I do have a Kindle.
I freaking love my Kindle. Well, as you can see, we got it. We got a new setup here. I'm still playing. You judge me all you want. I've got a green screen. I'm playing with it. I don't have enough material, so eventually the logo will take up everything there. If I go like this enough times, it'll show green instead of the logo. There it goes. Anyway, playing with that. I got a new mic, all that kind of stuff. So still screwing around with this. We'll figure it out. It's gonna be fun. It's at the end of the day, it's gonna be fucking fun. How you doing, TJ? What's happening?
Same stuff, different day. You know how it goes.
Right.
What about you?
Another day in paradise, as always. As always. Look at you drinking the White Claws.
No laws when you're drinking claws.
Today's episode not brought to you by, but drinking. oh, that's cool.
Yeah, mine just did it too. It'll connect if you go.
That's cool. Look at that shit. It's like it's taking my head off.
I'm drinking books. I'm drinking knowledge.
That's actually kind of cool.
I'm sorry for all the audio listeners out there.
Right. not to discount the audio, but having Dos Equis tonight. Gonna keep it really simple.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, do you love me some Dos Equis? I got my lime salt right here that you can't see because it's green, so the screen fucks with it. Anyway, so we're just chilling out, having a couple of drinks, hanging out, gonna talk some shit. We don't really have a rant this time, and I don't have anything that's really annoying me. So I enjoyed last week's episode, talking about the Finnish skier and his frozen penis, or also known as icicle and the dangling snowballs. Getting ready to star in his own porn movie called Thawed. Yeah, these are just horrible jokes, but hey.
Thawed and Rod Part 2.
Right. All thawed out and ready to go. But I thought, rather than come up with a rant, I saw another news story that is another completely what the hell moment. Now
here's the real translation. Sean saw another news story that he knew was going to piss me off, so now he's going to surprise me with it
and get real reaction. Few updates to what the hell. We've kind of updated stuff. Jason is still taking care of some stuff. He will be back.
He's on hiatus.
We're letting him do his thing. He's hoping to come back by next week. But we're making some improvements. I've invested in some equipment, invested in a green screen. We'll see how this video thing goes. We're talking about maybe kicking out an Instagram and an official website, and I'm putting feelers out there to maybe advertise on other people's shows, or just do a cross episode where we just expand the What the Hellions to a little bit bigger base. Not that there's anything wrong with what it is now, but I want more because I'm a greedy bastard. So good things coming to the What the Hellions. Know what I'm saying?
I am distinguished man with many books.
He is distinguished man with many books. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump into, and I'm gonna look away from the camera for a minute while I pull up said story. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go we're gonna go piece by piece through this. We'll start with the headline, get initial reaction, Then we'll get into the facts of the story and let TJ just react.
I'm already looking for something to punch.
Yeah, it's this one's special. This one's kind of special. So bear with me. This one's out there, but we're gonna start. We're gonna start with just the headline, and I'm gonna switch back and forth really quick so I can watch this. Are you
I look
ready?
like Head Wound Harry.
You do look Head Wound Harry. You look like your head's disappearing, like in Back to the Future.
That was awesome. Anyways, continue.
He's being erased from existence on the show, people.
Mm-hmm. Thanos snapped.
Yeah, they just start leaning that way real slowly as you disappear. I don't want to leave, Mr. Stark. All right. Are you braced?
Just hit me with this bullshit.
Headline: Wisconsin woman put dismembered victim's head in bucket after meth-fueled sex act. He's processing. Okay, for those that are not on watching this on the YouTube channel, TJ has not looked at the camera.
Okay. Like, listen.
I need a beer after that.
Like, everybody out there, everybody listening. Like, y'all be into whatever the hell you want. I don't care if it's feet, if it's ears, if it's eyes, whatever. I don't care. Like, you want to go home and do some freaky ass shit? Go home and do some freaky ass shit. As long as you're not hurting anybody. Now. And I'm sure we have a huge population of this listening to this show, to the meth-fueled sex addicts.
What are you saying exactly about the what the hell is, TJ? What are you saying?
They're about to be renamed to what the fuck?
Well, caveat: if you're a meth-fueled sex addict, what the hell, Ian?
Email me. We need to talk. You got to think differently about your life choices. The fact that somebody can look at somebody else and go, yeah, I'm gonna cut this motherfucker's head off.
Oh, just wait till I get into the details.
No, I see.
Tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. Yeah. He's pouting.
I don't want to know. Like, fuck. All right, go ahead.
All right. Okay, bigger than shit. Warning: this story contains graphic descriptions of violence.
Okay, and warning: this is my disappointed face. Like, I'm just disappointed in humanity right now. Continue.
A 24-year-old woman has been charged with the murder of a man.
Oh, and you're 24.
Whose body parts were found strewn about a Green Bay property and vehicle last week. A person living at the home summoned police after discovering a severed head in a bucket. Officers arriving at the scene made their way down the basement stairs, finding the head still lying in a black bucket on the floor, covered by a towel and what appeared to be dried blood on a nearby mattress. A further search of the property turned up a storage tote in which the upper part of a torso had been stored. Now, that's I'm when I'm picturing this torso in a storage tote, I'm picturing the shit most people put their fucking Christmas ornaments in. It's got the torso of this motherfucker.
Well, see, here's the worst part, right? And like, this isn't me like condoning murder by any stretch of the imagination. But if you're going to do something like that, you got to be slick. And it's usually the worst people doing this shit.
Right.
And I don't mean like the worst people, like morally or anything, because obviously that comes into question. But who knows what the fucking motivation is. But I mean, like the worst people, as in like trying to cover your tracks or making it not obvious that you did it. Again, not condoning murder, but if you're going to do something like that, you have to be smart enough to, like, I don't know, maybe get rid of the body.
I mean, it sounds like their high wore off and they forgot to finish the job.
Their high wore off, and then they probably passed out.
Okay.
Woke up to this scene and had no recollection of it. Like, woke up, probably was like, wow, this is fucked up. Better get out of here.
So I'm just okay. This to me is funny, okay, because they identify the lady, and I want you to pounce on this one. Her name is Taylor Shabusiness, SCHA business. Taylor Shabusiness decapitates man after meth fueled sex act.
So, before I make this joke, I would like to shout out any football fans that watch this podcast or listen to this podcast, because there is a famous ref call out there where they couldn't quite put their finger on the penalty. So they threw the flag and they said, all right, defense, number 23. He was giving him the business.
Or is it?
Brilliant call. Brilliant call. She gave him the business, all right.
Taylor Shabusiness. Okay, I'm gonna keep going just because this is gonna continue to get good. She was found at a nearby house. Her clothing was speckled in dried blood, and according to the complaint, police.
Wow, see, no, I'm surprised she had clothing because she was found at another house. I wanted to be like naked.
Right, yeah. Police searching her van found a crock pot box containing other human body parts, including legs. A crock pot box.
Bitch, you were so ill-equipped for murder. And again, I'm not condoning murder, but I've watched enough crime shows to where, like, you see like slick motherfuckers that get away with it for years, and then most of the stories are these bumbling motherfuckers.
Clearly, this bitch has never seen Dateline.
Dateline, fuck, Court TV back in the day. Jesus.
Oh my God. Shabusiness. Okay. I have one more sentence before I have one more sentence that we're going to stop for a second because I know you're going to lose your shit. Ready?
Just go.
For those not watching this on YouTube, he's rolling his eyes already. When police asked her what had happened, Shabusiness replied, "That's a good question." Oh, you guys got to watch this on the YouTube channel. Oh. So the cops find her. She's got blood on the clothes. She's got body parts in a crock pot box. Miss Shabusiness, what happened? That's a good question. Oh, don't hold back on us now. He's staring into the camera intently. Very intently. It's kind of
Gee, I fucking wonder what happened.
That's a good question. Oh my God.
That's a good question. I was fucking hopped up on meth and I woke up with fucking body parts in boxes. Covered in blood.
Oh.
Good question.
She was later charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. Okay, here we go. You're gonna lose your shit again. I'm gonna go one more paragraph and let you go. We're almost there, but this is pretty good shit. And I just love business. All right. So Shabusiness allegedly killed and dismembered her victim after first smoking methamphetamine with him. They initiated a sexual encounter that then escalated to include the use of chains, which Shabusiness characterized as a dog's choke collar. There were two, she said, one for her and one for him. Process. She was giving him Shabusiness.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like, if y'all are new to that weird shit, like, fine. Problem is, you both got high on meth, and then you killed this motherfucker for probably a reason that didn't exist. Like,
two dog choke collars.
where was this? No, this was in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Green Bay area.
This is like the
you cheeseheads have a lot to explain.
No, but this is like the penultimate Florida man story.
Right? The first thing you would think is this would come out of Florida.
Yeah, like, and that's why I had to ask again, even though you said it twice, like Wisconsin woman from Green Bay. And I knew it, but I was just like, this has to be out of Florida.
No. So Shabusiness characterized these chains as a dog's choke collar. There were two, she said, one for her, one for him. Eventually, Shabusiness says she began strangling him with her bare hands. She told investigators she could feel his heart continuing to beat as she choked him.
Why?
So she kept pulling and choking him harder.
That's a logical thing to do.
She kept going as the man's face turned purple and blood came out of his mouth. So, question.
Have fun in jail.
Question.
Have fun.
Question. I have a question.
You in the middle, sir.
Thank you. That had to have been more of an observation. That had to have been some really fucking crazy meth. Not to go all Rick James on you, but
yeah,
methamphetamine's a hell of a drug.
Like, yeah, and meth is just crazy, period. Like, there are certain drugs out there. I mean, if we're being honest, anything besides weed is probably going to make you do some shit that you wouldn't normally do. Now, obviously, the harder you get, the crazier shit you're going to do.
Right. And yes, what the hellions, you saw that right. I have a mini fridge right here in my office.
No shame in that game.
Right there, baby.
But
holds a 6-pack.
Like, for example, right? And this was back on Christopher. You and the kids were gone for a night. Old TJ decided to partake. Well, heard some rumblings around the house. Next thing you know, he's convinced the cops are outside and he wants a can of Coke. So what does he do? Army crawls through the fucking living room and the kitchen to get a can of Coke. Like, that's the worst thing you're gonna do on weed. That needed like a fucking bag of Doritos. Like, oh, come on, react. Like, no. You don't get to enjoy all this. You don't get to.
Time the fuck out.
That's what I. Yeah, like that's what I mean.
Time the fuck out.
Like,
wait, okay.
No, I get to drop bombs too.
How the fuck? How the fuck am I just now hearing this story?
Because it was never something that like really came up until I got a little bit older. But yeah, like you and the kids were gone for the night. I stepped out back. I got fucking stupid stoned. I'm sitting on my computer. I'm watching that 70s show. And I just, in my head, I got convinced the cops are out there. They're coming to get me. And I'm like, I'm really thirsty, obviously. So I told Charity this story. She fucking laughed her shit. But I army crawled through the fucking living room to the refrigerator, got a can of Coke, and army crawled back to my room. Even though once I was in the hallway, I was in the clear, but no, I fully committed.
Oh my God, I'm dying. Okay, so I gotta just paint a picture for the what the hellions. We lived in this duplex, and you know the rooms were down the hallway, so you had to go through the living room, which led into the dining room kitchen area, and you had to just go the funny part is the fridge was in the front corner of the duplex next to a window.
So there were windows everywhere.
It's a big fucking picture window by the dining room table, and there's a fucking window right next to the fucking fridge. And so
there's a window right next to the fridge. There's the double pane in the kitchen. There's the double pane in the living room.
Yep. Yeah. And so again, I'm just fucking picture this in my head. The cops are outside, but I really want a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
So the cops are really outside. Not a good idea to go get a Coke.
Yeah, but I knew, like, I had been experienced enough to where it was like, I know this is in my head. I can't stop it. So I'm going to army crawl to the fridge to make myself feel better, even though I could just easily walk there and nothing will happen because there are no cops outside of my house because no fucking Round Rock police cared that I smoked a joint in the backyard.
But even okay, so let's just say you fucking you crawl out to get the Coke. Okay. Once you're out there, you realize that it's in your head and go, oh, okay. What do? Fuck it, I'm gonna crawl back.
You see, but that's the thing. You've never been high, so you don't understand it.
This is very, very true. I am. Most people don't believe me when I say this, but I have never partaken. It say what you want about weed, it's still fucking federally illegal. Whatever. I have never partaken in an illegal drug in my life. Nothing. And it's not like I didn't have ample opportunities.
Well, of course, but it's also like not something to shit on.
No, I'm not shitting on it.
No, but I'm saying to everybody else, like, obviously you're proud of that.
I'm like, it is. I'm like, even my wife is like, you're a square. I'm like, no one uses that word. Okay. First of all, you were not born in the 40s.
Oh, who is it?
You know who my wife is. What's wrong with you?
No, I know who your wife is. Yeah, and I'm trying to think of who sings the song because, like, if your wife ever becomes a wrestler, she's coming out to "Hip to Be Square" by
Huey Lewis and the News.
Thank you. I thought it was that. I didn't want to be wrong.
So TJ's right. I'm that guy that hasn't partaken, so I don't have a frame of reference. I hear the stories. I don't even have a problem with it, and who knows what happens if it ever becomes legal. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. But
it's legal up here.
Yeah, this is Texas, though.
Well, yeah, obviously.
We still can't buy liquor on Sundays.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, but it's just I know I have a frame reference, but the visual in my head of you low crawling.
Oh, it's exactly what you're thinking. It's exactly what you're thinking. And then the fridge pops open, just a hand comes up. Fridge shuts.
I can't open it too wide. They'll see the light.
Yeah, exactly. Because the lights were off. Because I'm 22 years old and convinced the SWAT team's outside my house. Why? Because I smoked a joint.
Let's be real. That area, I think most of the houses in that duplex in the area were smoking joints.
Dude, we were the least concerning of that whole area.
Remember when we were jamming in the garage? Vince came over.
And we got a crowd?
And we got a crowd. I was actually shocked. And this is not racist, but we had an African-American next door neighbor. He was a cool dude. We bullshitted every now and then. We're in the garage. I'm playing guitar. Vince is playing bass. TJ's playing drums. And we're learning a fairly easy song and we're having fun with it. We're playing Rock You Like a Hurricane by Scorpions, right? It's TJ's whacking the drums. Vince knows how to play a lot of shit, and he's showing us what to do and having fun. And here comes this guy. He comes over. Does that rock you like a hurricane? And we're like, he recognized what we're playing. We must be doing great.
Pretty much. But then you see like this group of kids across the street. Like I remember seeing the kid because, like, obviously this is a duplex garage. There's no climate control, but it's also a duplex. We didn't have a place to put a fucking drum kit. Yep. So it's crammed with a bunch of other shit, but we've cleared out like this tiny small space. It's kind of like a little jam area. There's amps over here and whatnot. So when we jam, obviously we're going to open the garage door. Why? It might be fucking 95 degrees, but it was fucking fresh air.
Yep.
So I see this kid start walking by across the street. He stops and he looks at us. And so I keep playing, and then I look back up, and then there's a group. And I was like, and they were all little kids, which obviously is awesome because I love seeing little kids get into like interests like that in music. But it was just like, wow, this is so fucking cool.
It was really cool. This the validation of him coming over and recognizing what we were playing and then hanging out for a minute was hilarious. It was great. But yeah, we were, I mean, that whole neighborhood was on something. No doubt about it. Anyway, yeah. So I can't believe I'm just hearing this story the first time. That's fucking hilarious. There you go. What the hellions? We're learning shit together. Let's continue to learn about Taylor Shabusiness.
You finally got the Army Girl story. Like I've told that to everybody. I've told that to Michaela.
Oh man, that's fucking funny. Oh God,
Michaela is our sister, by the way.
Show me potato salad. Oh, all right. Let's go back to Taylor Shabusiness because this still gets good. So we've already discussed how they had dog collars and they're choking each other, and she's choking with bare hands until the guy turned purple. Next paragraph. Oh, you're gonna lose your shit on this one. I won't even get through the first sentence.
Well, can I guess what the first two words of her next sentence is?
Sure.
I panicked.
Nope.
Oh
no, it's worse. Ready? She then played with the cadaver for 2 to 3 hours after his death.
What is like you have to answer one question, and I don't know if you know this answer, but this is a question that I have. What does played mean?
It says, I'll finish the sentence. She then played with the cadaver for 2 to 3 hours after his death, using several knives to dismember the body. A bread knife worked the best because of the serrated blade, she explained during a police interview. Yeah. She played with it.
I guess it's better than necrophilia, but
I'm sure that was involved too. She just didn't admit it. Okay. I'm gonna do this one. This is one I'm gonna give you this sentence and then I'm gonna pause just because just try and keep the rolling tally going in your head. She played with the cadaver for 2 to 3 hours after his death using several knives. Shabusiness, I love that name so much. Shabusiness told the police they'd have fun trying to find all the organs. Again, he's not looking at the camera for those not watching the YouTube
this
channel.
Woman so much.
Now here's I'm going to pull this up on my phone. Now I want you to take a moment and think to yourself. We're talking about a woman that's dismembered a body. after a meth-fueled sex act. So clearly, as a visual person, you've got an image in your head as to what Miss Business looks like. You ready to see the real deal?
Like, I swear to God, if she's hot, like, I'm gonna have to hunt her down and knee her in the face. She's not hot. No, still not hot. Probably because I know what she did. Like, you're fucking crazy. But you don't even look like you do meth. Like, that was probably the first time you did meth.
I just threw my fucking phone. Well, but that see, that's where I wanted you to go. That picture doesn't. I mean, when you picture meth addict, you're picturing a 82-pound old lady with pockmarks on her face and about 2 teeth.
Well, I mean, 2 teeth, 8 teeth, like just busted. Usually meth addicts are busted. That girl looked like she got looped into a good time or good time and got too fucked up to realize what she was doing and then fucking panicked. And now you get to spend the rest of your life in jail.
So here's what I picture is going on, right? They do some meth, they start fooling around, get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. All of a sudden, they get the chains out and, it goes into, and then she's in full on panic mode. She's got to cover herself, right? Like, oh shit. That's what I picture, right? Now, this plays right into your army crawl story.
Hold on, but here's the thing, though, right? Because she looks like that first timer. A first timer's natural instinct isn't to cut off the body; it's to run like hell.
Yeah. Well, so on that note, because you brought up the low crawl for a Coke story, her next statement, her plan had been to bring all the body parts with her, but being paranoid and lazy, as she put it, she left the head behind. I can't believe I left the head, though. Yeah. She got the business. That's like you.
I don't even like your last name anymore.
Well, you can't just say it normal. It's got to be, it's got to be business.
Well, it's not even that. Like, you're fucking dumb. You're just dumb.
Business told investigators she had just gone crazy and blacked out during at least part of the encounter. She then asked them if they knew what it was like to love something so much that you kill it. Oh God!
Well, what is it?
Okay, people, if you're not watching this on YouTube, seriously,
you know what I'm thinking of. I want to say it's the Grapes of Wrath.
Think so.
Where it's fucking, I think it's a bunny, and then he kills it, and then dude kills him because he killed the bunny.
Oh yeah, I think that's Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah, like that exactly what it reminded me of. I just love it and pet it and fucking love it. No,
it's
no,
and name him George.
Exactly, like
that's not love from Bugs Bunny.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I was trying to think of the actual reference. But that's not love, people. You don't like. I've never loved something enough to kill it.
Clearly this chick has issues, right? I mean, that's an understatement. So we'll wrap up the article with her bail was set at $2 million because she's a flight risk. Shocker. She had been placed on probation just weeks before the alleged murder, but was missing the ankle bracelet that she was supposed to be wearing.
I'm shocked.
Right? Come on now. I think the facts are extremely concerning and disturbing, said the assistant district attorney. Well, no shit.
Sky's blue too.
That's the story of Taylor Shabusiness. If that's not a fucking what the hell story, I don't know what is. And I'll drink to that.
Oh man, it's just one of those things, right? Where like obviously at my age and your age, we've come to the realization that, super crazy shit happens all across the country every day.
Right.
But it's when you hear about it, like this instance, where it's just like, holy fuck.
Shabusiness. Shabusiness. I wonder if I do that in the baby sound effect. Hold on.
Shabusiness.
No, that needs to die in a fire.
How about the robot Shabusiness? I am Taylor Shabusiness, and I cut your head off.
So this is just Sean happy he got a soundboard working.
Yeah, it is. So what?
I buy this shit so I can use it.
Of course. Oh, he made up for the big swing and a miss last week.
I did. That was funny to me because I was like, I thought, because I was telling the story about the vasectomy, right? And I was illustrating it, and when I thunked my other microphone in my headphones, it was it was when I watched the YouTube video, you didn't hear shit. So my illustration just fell flat. It fell completely flat. The whole
I
time
knew what you were like. I saw it. I knew what you were doing. I didn't hear it, but I was like, I get what he's going for.
Right. But you didn't get the sound effect. So, I had to redo because I'm doing this through this camera and not the camera that's on my computer.
That's improv, people. Yes, and
yeah,
motherfuckers.
Right. So it was okay. We got to figure this out, and so I upgraded a little bit, ordered some equipment, got my nice new Rode Pod mic. This is the official Pod mic. Again, this thing, I swear to God, is 12 fucking pounds. I think I could literally use this as a weapon. Compared to the plastic piece of shit I had before.
Well, I was about to say, you do have a weight bench behind you. I'd go with that first.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of fell flat. So I'm pretty excited now, and I want to kind of jump this thing and push it forward a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens.
Though, if you're paying attention, we've TJ and Jason are official hosts. I'm not even going to say host and co-host. We're all fucking equal hosts. So it's not under my name. It's all of us. We're going to make this a thing, motherfuckers.
Oh, it's just a podcast.
Yeah.
And if you people enjoy it, let's fucking keep doing it. If not, tell us to shut the fuck up.
Either way, I mean, we haven't had a heck of a lot of listener feedback. I mean, I've heard some from some of my friends that I've shared it with, and that's about it. But again, we put the information out there. What the hell podcast at yahoo.com is the email address. If we do a website beyond what I get from the podcast host, we'll make some other easier email addresses, but reach out and let us know. I mean, I haven't said it the last couple episodes, so I'm going to say it now. Again, I'm still looking for reviews on Apple Podcast. You can now rate on Apple Podcast, and you can rate on Spotify. We have 85-star ratings on Apple Podcasts, and I don't know how many on Spotify. So, and I think isn't there even a thumbs up on Pandora?
Oh God, I couldn't tell you last time I used Pandora.
We get a lot of listeners on Pandora. So again, if you like what you hear, you got suggestions, whether that's constructive criticism, a topic that annoys you, we want to hear about it. If you got a fucked up news story,
please bring me topics that annoy you.
Yes,
please.
We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, WT Hell Podcast for the Twitter handle. get out, make some comments. Just fucking say hi. Type 2 letters, HI. Let us know. I know you're listening because I see the downloads, right? And I appreciate it so much, but I'd like to make this more interactive. I was listening to another podcast today that started in July of last year. They have fewer downloads than we do based on what they're talking about, but they've got a lot of interaction with people. And that's the part that I would much rather have some more interaction with people. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Tell us what you want to hear about. Tell us what you don't want to hear about. Comment on TJ's massive pile of books in the background. Tell us how much you miss Jason. Tell us fucking something.
Well, we know they miss Jason because it's kind of not the same without the three of us just fucking bouncing off each other.
Riffing each other like hard. Yeah. Sorry, I'm putting my twang on my beer.
Twang, really?
Well, yeah, twang beer. That's gonna go. There you go. You can kind of see the beer salt thingy.
Yeah, I thought you were a Tahine man.
I have that too.
Okay.
I have that too. I tend to like the twang a little more than the tahini. Now the tahini's fucking great on like cucumbers or even on fucking pineapple and all that kind of shit. It's phenomenal. Even on pickles.
It's every once in a while though.
Yeah.
Is what I found it.
Because it's intense. That's a flavor that walks right up to you and is like, ah!
Yeah, but I love a flavor smack, but only so often.
That's a little more information than we needed.
Well, you took it there.
Wow. True
I
story.
mean, I was about to promo something here.
Promo.
Oh, you can't see it. These are the Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch Doritos.
Oh, you can't go wrong there.
If
buddy.
you have not tried these, do yourself a favor. I made nachos on them last night. Oh my God.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, Frito-Lay. Where's the sponsorship?
Right. I know some
Hey, White
people at
Claw.
Frito-Lay. Dos Equis, proper number 12. Connor, hook me up. Anyway, that's our what the hell story for this episode. What else you got for the people?
Well, I think I say, regardless of who's on the next episode, if it's just me or you, or it's me or Jason, I think we need to get back to our roots here and find a topic, start ranting on that, because I don't know personally. I mean, you would know better than I would. You get all the feedback for the show. I don't know personally that people like seeing me react to it. I mean, if that's a thing, I'll continue to do it, but I mean, we still got to be what the hell at the core.
Oh yes, for sure. And I've got a couple in the magazine that we can talk about for topics for that. I've definitely got a couple ready to go that we can do. Yeah, and I'd much rather do that, like you said, with Jason back.
Oh, for sure. And also, with everything that's been going on, the roast of each other has been kind of put on hold for a while.
For sure.
Just, everybody needs to figure out their life shit, get kind of evened out before anything can happen like that.
Y'all.
So
we'll get there eventually.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's still in the tank, but I know we teased it. I just didn't want people to be like, when is this coming?
That's called foreplay. Keep them waiting. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna slap myself for that one.
What? What the fuck was that? He said that's called foreplay. What kind of foreplay are you doing? Apparently none of that. Keep them waiting.
Oh God. Meanwhile, I hit the wrong button on my freaking mixer over here and it's like telling me what key I'm going to be in. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. A major. Oh God. Foreplay.
So you have like a mixer that can like auto tune you?
I guess. There's this thing's got a bunch of shit on it that I haven't mastered. I mean, you get the sound effects. Why am I getting an echo? I got the sound effects. I got the voices, obviously.
Did you just auto tune yourself?
I might have.
There, now it's off. Okay.
Well, I mean that it sounded like kind of like T-Pain.
Hey, what'd that sound like?
It sounded like
Hey.
it sounded like discount fucking auto tune.
What about now? I don't know.
No,
Hold on.
you're flat.
Probably turn that shit off. My singing is reserved for rock band and karaoke after a few beers.
I don't know. I still tell people about the Everlong night, so
That was epic. That will forever be ingrained in my memory. And Ryland's for sure.
oh, mine too.
It's fucking amazing.
Well, I mean, it's like I told you before. If we're being honest, that is the closest thing the three of us are ever gonna get to being like actual rock stars.
Agreed. 100%. It's great. Have we told that story on the show?
I think we talked about it after. Dirty
think we
little secret.
I think
Once
we
we stop recording, we still talk.
think we probably were explaining it to Jason.
No, I think it was one of the. No, I remember what it was. Let me bring this up.
Uh-oh.
It was
A
the
little
time.
nervous.
It was the time you drank the whole bottle during the podcast with me and Jason. And then Jason got off and we ended the podcast. And then me and you ended up shooting the shit for like another hour and a half. And
Oh
that's
my
when
God.
Rock Band came up.
That's right. Yeah, because I did. I polished off a bottle. Oh, I don't remember what I was drinking, but I polished off a bottle of it.
Tequila.
No, it would.
I'm pretty sure it was tequila. I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
pretty sure it was. No, it was. I think it was a moonshine. I think it was a thing of.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was some kind of fucking flavored moonshine.
Yeah, and it just kept going. Next thing I know, it's like.
And just so everybody knows, that podcast will never see the light of day.
Oh God, no! That file got deleted really fucking fast. It's like, hey guys, we're going to use exactly 0% of this. Oops.
Well, the funny part is I knew it was coming, but then in the group text with me and Jason, you're like, oh yeah, I lost the file.
Yeah, I forgot to save it.
Oops. I was like, yeah, I knew that was coming.
Sorry, not sorry.
Well, I mean, you're looking at like a full work days of editing on that thing.
Oh God, yeah, that would have been. Most of the time, I can just drop the file, into the editing software, add the intro and outro, and I'm done. Most of the time. That was one, yeah, no. As no, not doing it.
We went down the rabbit hole.
We might have gone down more than one hole on that one. It was bad. It was just bad.
That's gross.
It is. It's very gross. It's very gross. And that'll be a good area to put a button in this one, put a pin in it, and get ready for the next one. So, hey, what the hellions? Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, we do have quite a few views. We have more views on the first ever video episode on YouTube than any of the other ones. So thank you for that. First and foremost, I hope you're enjoying it. Number two. And again, if you want to see more, comment on the videos, send me an email, whatthehellpodcast@yahoo.com, WTHellPodcast on Twitter. More to come.
Yeah, I mean, let us know. Do you like me reacting to stories? Do you like us just bullshitting? Not bullshitting, but having a topic to
Riffing.
jump off of.
Yeah. riffing. I like the riffing. So we want to hear from you. Good, bad, and the ugly, all the above. So do it. Fucking do it. And review, fucking rate, subscribe, all that shit. And do it everywhere. Do it on Spotify. Do it on Apple Podcast. Do it on fucking the YouTube channel. The whole bit. Need it all. It actually
If you're a super fan, do all that. But if you can do it where you normally get your podcast, that'd be greatly appreciated.
big time, because it helps get it out there. At one point we were crank and life happened and the holidays happened, but we were getting massive downloads on the episodes. I was like, holy shit, we're starting to take off. And then, life happened and we weren't consistent with putting out an episode. So we're going to be consistent with putting out episodes. So hopefully we get those download numbers back up per episode. But the only way that happens is if you guys are out there rating and subscribing and all that kind of stuff. It actually moves it up the AI algorithms, all that shit.
100%. And we will say, I mean, this is obviously up to you. We can stuff, but we will try to be more consistent with the release date, be it recording on set release date or a few days before and just putting it out on release date. So
So we'll get all that worked out. We just want your help in everything, the show suggestions, the topics, and again, rate, review, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. So pretty please. For those not watching the YouTube channel, I'm looking at the camera with a sad face and hands in prayer saying, pretty please. Pretty please.
hey, YouTube, you got a pretty mouth.
Oh God. Wow. Yeah, you guys got to go watch that one just to see the look on his fucking face. It's a little creepy. Just a little bit.
Welcome to my world.
Too many books. Oh, well, TJ.
I am man of many books.
You are a man of many books. Appreciate you taking the time. What do you got for the people?
Save your comments. I know I need to shave my mustache, not completely, but just trim it, and be good to each other, people.
Be good to each other, people. Thanks for checking us out. What the Hellions, and we'll catch you on the flip side.